All right, and we are live. Welcome back, everyone. I am very excited to be back here with Mark for season two of
Hello
our
again.
Code Live with Google Cloud series. This season is going to be all focused on databases. There is, as always, way too much to learn, and we're going to just do as much as we can in public. So it'll be a good time. Hope you write your questions. I am still Aaron Wanjala, the Java developer advocate here at Google Cloud, and I'm here with Mark.
Hey, I'm Mark Mandel. I tech lead developer advocacy for gaming on Google Cloud, but that's actually not very important right now
Yeah, we're just here
because we're
to
going
learn
to do
about
some other stuff.
databases, and we're going to bring a whole bunch of our friends on, and they have unique insights to bring. So it'll be a good time. We'll see
Yep.
you every week here. And Mark, why don't you let us know what's on the menu for today?
Yeah, so we're gonna enter the beginner zone. So I haven't really used a database in a really long time that's not etcd on Kubernetes. Um, which cool. And so we're gonna go on the beginner journey here. So the idea here being that brains. I don't know how to use Spanner, and I don't know how to use. Well, I've done some stuff on Cloud Run, but I've only done a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of wing it, and we'll see how it goes.
It's the
Um,
perfect
it's
spot to do that. Yeah.
gonna be fun. Why did I pick those two things? One, Cloud Run, easy serverless, cool. Let's just throw it on there; it should be fine. And whatchamacallit, and why Spanner? Because mainly because I do a bunch of, um, sorry, I do a bunch of gaming stuff, and Spanner is basically the thing that we use a lot because it scales horizontally really nicely, and things don't fall over.
That was my conspiracy theory for why you chose it. It is often advertised as highly available, good for use cases like gaming. So good to hear that confirmed. Um,
Also, it's kind of outside my wheelhouse. Like probably the last time I used an actual database was like probably Postgres or MySQL. So I have like some understanding of how that works, but I Spanner is Spanner.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't.
that sounds
I
like
don't.
there's actually something to learn about here. And I feel like this is a very common journey. We all kind of become beginners again in certain areas after a while. You don't get as close to something as you were at one point. A lot of people, it's front end design. A lot of
Yep.
people, it's databases. You get set up and comfortable in something, and you have to relearn from scratch. So let's do it.
All right. Cool. So let me share my screen. Poof. All right. I have an empty project. Pretty much. I've been able to
Looking
make
up our
just make
sleeves.
life easy. So I have an empty project. Nothing up my sleeve. I don't have
Mhm.
sleeves. There's uh, I haven't cooked anything pretty much previously. I have nothing on Cloud Run, and I believe I have nothing in Spanner for as far as I can tell. Yes, I don't even know what this means. Okay.
Yeah. So we have a concept of an instance here that is telling you to create, which we'll get to.
Yes. I figured to start with, I'm just going to do a very simple hello world on Cloud Run because that seems like an easy thing to do. And I'm going to pop over to my IDE. So I've got no code. All I've got is like some Git and some ignore. Sweet. Seems like a good start.
Hmm.
Now, okay. So one small thing I did a little bit earlier was I was like, there's got to be an easy way of creating like just a simple Cloud Run service inside IntelliJ because we've got the say that three times quickly. The
Take it.
Cloud Code plugin. There we go. And so that should be pretty good. Actually, why is that complaining at me? No, I don't care. All right. So I have this thing Cloud Run. It does some stuff. I haven't played with this at all, so this should be really interesting. All right.
Hmm.
So the other thing we could do is get Duet, not Duet, Gemini Code Assist. There we go.
Right.
Pull it the right name
Yep.
to do this for me. But I'm just, you know what? Let's do the thing. All right. What? You know what? I'm gonna create. Oh, it creates a project.
Interesting.
I
Well,
don't
it's
want to
it's
do
I think
that.
it's a workspace project. Like within your IDE, that context, and an IntelliJ project.
Yeah, I don't want it to do that. I don't like that
Maybe
idea.
Cloud Code, Cloud Run would be a better generator rather than empty project.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't like that idea. Okay, because what I really want to do is create like a little directory, and I'm just going to call it like, because I kind of want to have a hierarchy of folders.
Yeah, actually, I think you were in the right menu. We just need to pick another option there.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Well, you're saying plus.
Yeah, on the left there, there's generators for Cloud Run.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks good to me.
Oh, you smart. You smart. Okay,
That's
cool.
why we
All
have
right,
copilots.
so
Yep.
I don't want to make a project. See, he still wants to make me a project. Actually, let's do this. I'm just going to Chilo. We'll go running spanner. What sort of data are we going to want to store? That was the other thing I was thinking about. I just got a new dog, so we're going to call it dogs.
Oh yeah.
We're going to call it a dog service because dogs.
And Pet Shop is the canonical spring example, so
that is true. Oh my gosh, that takes me back. Okay, I'm hitting OK, and specified path can't be found. Oh, interesting.
There's probably a new folder button. Yeah.
New directory. We'll call it dogs service.
There we go.
Oh no.
Dog run. Oh my god, we are onto something.
I mean, it just needs to happen. Like that just makes sense. All right, so let's create it. We can always clean this up if it does something we don't like.
I'm very in favor of the dog puns. I feel like this is going to be a rich vein.
It just makes sense. Sense. Okay, so something happened, and
things are happening.
I think my ID just crashed. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's have a look in here. Nothing happened.
We might have made some hidden files for you.
Oh, it did. It did nothing. It created an idea folder. I think it did not like the fact that I tried to put something inside something.
Maybe.
All right. Can I kill it? No. Oh, did it disappear?
I'm interested to see what the starting Cloud Run Go service is. So hopefully this does come back to life, but if it doesn't, we'll be all right to take it from scratch. The only thing that I think Cloud Run and Firebase hosting are about equal for me for ease of use for getting something just started off the ground.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I was trying to kill IntelliJ and I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, fair enough. I just started explaining Firebase versus Cloud Run quick starts.
There we go. All right, so apparently that was a bad idea, and so oopsies.
Take two.
All right, so running spanner. Let us present my window again. That is okay. So when there we go, and throw it back up on the screen. There we go. All right.
And we're back.
And everything's fine. All right. We don't need that. That's fine. We can delete that. Yeah. All right. So that didn't work, but that's okay. You know what we should do is we'll just say Cloud Run. Actually,
we could ask our friend.
Yes, let's ask our friend. Generate us a Cloud Run Hello World
in Go.
In Go. Because Go is what I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That looks pretty good.
It's usable. And then I'm guessing we could deploy with just the Cloud Run deploy feature, or deploy from source is the name of the feature officially.
Yeah. You know what? You can go away. Oh, I gave it the wrong package, but that looks pretty reasonable.
Looks usable. Yep.
Sweet. Package, input format. Yep. Okay, cool. Save the code as main.go into project directory. Build the container image.
I think you can even skip that step. You could just do gcloud run deploy, and it would build it for you.
Oh, nice. Okay. Why are you complaining at me? Oh, I see. It's like, where did it come from? Okay, that's fine. Now, where are we? We say there's a is there I'm looking to see if there's a way I can just do this inside
And with Cloud Code,
with Cloud Code. So let's have a
Interesting.
Cloud Run.
maybe.
Run your actual. I can run it locally.
Oh, yeah, it may be more emulator focused.
Might be. Okay, that's not the end of the world. I'm not. It's not something super important. Okay, yeah. Let's. How do I deploy a Cloud Run application?
There may actually even be. We can try something after Gemini's answer.
I don't want to build an image. Okay, how do I deploy a Go Cloud Run application? Ah, there's a link here. Yeah, there's a link. I'm going to go to the link.
Yeah. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's taking you to our quick start. Yep.
Yep. I'm just going to put those tabs together. There we go. There we go. All right. So this is going to make sure we know what we're doing too. Oh, this looks very similar. Oh, they do some other stuff that's kind of fancy. All right, but we don't need the fancy stuff.
Not necessarily.
Okay. Deploy. G-Cloud Run deploy. Oh, wow. That's like super easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's leave that alone. I'm actually quite happy with that the way it is. We have here, so G-Cloud Run deploy. I've got it on the right project because it's running Spanner.
Right folder.
Source. Yep. That
source.
is exactly correct.
Yeah.
Service name, dogrun. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to enable these APIs to continue? Yes, but did I not? Oh.
I do love this experience where if you just go through the simplest path of deploy from source, it runs you through all the APIs you have to enable, distributes you the regions.
Yeah, there we go. Somewhere close-ish to me would be nice, I guess. Where am I? Never ate shredded. If you ever do that, you're like, that's how I do Southeast West. It's never ate shredded wheat.
Shredded wheats. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone. Yeah, I'm on the west. There we go. So let's put me in. Let's go west 2. For argument's sake, yes, I do. Yes, I do want unauthorized invocations to dogrun.
And yeah, that just builds the same container that you would. It's essentially like building I believe like an Alpine container. I'm not quite sure what container, what base image it is, but
I would guess it would be distroless, given that's what we use for everything else.
Oh, it could be. Or I thought it might have been a build pack. We can always go look at the folder. It creates a folder for you in Artifact Registry, and it has a source code bundled up in a storage folder and shows you.
Because if we have a look, you're saying like if I go look in cloud storage,
yeah, it'll have a folder for your source code.
There we go.
And then you'll have a corresponding image.
Oh, I see. There's a tar file, which we could probably go have a look at, but I don't know if I can. And you're saying if I go look in like Artifact Registry or something?
Yeah, I believe it's Artifact Registry. It used to be Container Registry, but yeah, I believe it's Artifact Registry these days.
It may not be done yet, of course. How is that doing? Building container.
The folder will be here.
It's not there yet. But now I'm just kind of curious. Cloud build source.
You're curious enough to unpack the tar?
I am almost that curious.
And I mean, even if it was midway through uploading the tar, since a tar is like sequentially archived and uncompressed, you could even like pull half of it down and get half of it if you were really snappy, but I don't think that's the case here.
So all that's running in the background. Just gonna...
Why not? You know, take a side quest.
tar-xsvf
is what I usually use.
Yeah, how do I get this file?
Oh, wget, I guess.
No, I was just trying to GS util it. I thought it was copy. Oh, okay, that's right.
I've never used this.
I don't get. Sorry. There we go. See how our thing's going. All right, it's still going. All right, there we go. So we have social stuff.
And so the GSUtil copy you just used, does that just have your same credentials from the...
Yes, it's the project. I believe there's also a way to do it now with gcloud directly to move stuff from cloud storage and back, but I can't remember those commands. I'm just more familiar with that. Looks like the source is just my main.go.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. Well,
all right.
An archive's an archive, I guess. It's
Oh, I did it again. I'm doing really well today. I just killed my process.
It also killed your Zoom level.
It did. I'm having a good day.
I don't know what I'm doing. A little bit of off-roading. Let's
rename this session to run. Okay.
On the other hand, I believe I saw our Cloud Run service being up and running.
All right, so let's have a look. Okay, so we have build history. The build history completed, so that's probably fine. So if
at least the image was created. So it may have.
Hey. Listen to the port 880 environment variable. Ooh. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Let's take code from the quick start and just use that.
Yeah. I'm wondering if the listen and serve had, because there was a handler in the quick start. No, there isn't.
Let's just literally make it what it was. What are you complaining about?
Probably the package name.
Const function expected.
We do have, two sets of package.
Oh, thank you. Wasn't seeing that in the slightest.
And you know what? I guess our package last time was dog run rather than main.
Yeah, I think it may actually need to be main. I think it actually does need to be main, if I remember my go correctly, because it's actually like main is the one that needs to run. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So to make the binary, it has to be main. I haven't written Go from source in also a really long time.
That's fair. Neither have I.
Run. All right, gcloud run deploy. Let's go again.
Take two.
Yep. Yeah.
And this time will be faster because it's not asking you to pick or to enable some APIs.
Oh, it is still two. I still want it in 38.
And presumably some of those layers will be, well, there's only one layer.
Yeah, there's not a lot to it.
There's only one app code layer, so not a lot of change there.
There's a credit. Yep, I have an owner. All right. All right, so while that's running in the background, let's have a look at what documentation we have for Spanner.
Yeah, start thinking about databases.
So I'm going to go, let's go into documentation.
And I have heard some impressive things about Spanner. I also haven't really worked with it that closely.
Yeah,
one of the most impressive things I've heard is about the uptime. I've heard that it has 5 nines of reliability, which is, hard to really keep in mind, but that's like less than 5 minutes a year of allowed downtime, which I think is pretty cool. I've always found the uptime math to be fascinating.
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of magic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've often referred to it as like scale insurance. It's like, I haven't looked at the pricing too much, but like pricing it may be a little bit more expensive than some other offerings, but like it's great when you are going to be like, oh, suddenly we're going to take a bunch of traffic really fast and we need to adjust that. The horror stories I've heard of someone being like, yeah, so we built a thing using X engine and now we're sharding it while we have people still running on it. And this is bad.
Yep.
Are innumerable. So
I've heard a lot of that, a lot of stories about falling over. And, having a popular managed service can get expensive no matter what you're using. So,
Oh, dog run is up.
we're up and running.
We're up and running.
The dog is running.
Use the sample code it gives you off the actual quick start.
Seems to work.
Which is good. And if I want to open this in a thing, it says hello world. All right, sweet.
We have a sign of life.
We have a sign of life. If we're good Git stewards, we'll just be like and commit.
Amazing.
All right. Okay, that's a good start. All right.
Now we're free to think about databases.
Let's think about our databases because at some point we will want to connect the two, but one problem at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking I'm going to go through the quick start.
Yeah, let's do it.
Although we may tweak a few things because we're doing everything dog related because yes.
We gotta find a spot where we can, find a spot. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. So we need to create an instance. First thing you spanner create an instance. All right. Fair enough. Which is an allocation of resources that are used by spanner databases. Okay. Create a provisioned instance. If you've used spanner before, you see the instances page, name your instance, the instance ID. Okay.
So that may be an unfamiliar concept to folks, like the idea of an instance being the first abstraction, and then we have our databases, and then within the databases we'll have our schema.
Okay, so let's go have a look. So create a provisioned instance. This word provisioned I actually find to be kind of, I don't know what that means, but
confusing. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that would be like a temporary instance or something, but I think it's meaning like it's your production instance.
Mm-hmm. Like it has an actual amount of resources.
Yes.
Rather than, I think there are emulator instances as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Kennel.
Because it's for storing our dogs in.
Of course.
Although I have noticed as a thing with living in the United States for a while, dog house, I believe, is probably more common than kennel.
I mean, yeah, I feel like people usually have both. They'll use a kennel for like travel, but yeah.
Did I spell that right?
This identifier, it says it's permanent and unique.
Yes. Okay. I also have terrible spelling, so I just need to check these things. Okay, so it's permanent, and this is a name and ID. The ID is permanent and a unique identifier. I wonder if is it unique just within the project, or is it unique
globally unique?
Globally, like
storage bucket rules.
Like a storage bucket. Well, let's see if anyone else has created something called
kennel. Let us know.
Okay, so the quick start said regional. Cool. I don't think I need anything multi-regional.
Nope. Not.
And also, all right, so we're running everything right now in US West 2. It's close to me.
Also, X1011 in the chat mentioned that we maybe think of the word provisional rather than provisioned for like why it would be temporary.
That is a good point.
That does kind of click.
Yes. That is fair.
Okay, so I'm seeing 4 nines of availability on regional and 5 for multi-region. So if regionality, or if uptime is,
yep,
of utmost importance, that makes sense. You'd want to be multi-regional.
I guess I feel like I could be wrong. Actually, we can learn more. But I think multi-regional does like replication across regions as well. Is that right?
That makes sense.
Oh boy, there's all kinds of replicas. Okay, that's a whole thing. Okay, not going to worry about that now. Ignore that for the moment.
That seems like a further reading concept.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff that I think that Spanner will do. All right, let's just continue. All right, quick start. What did you say? Figure instance. Retain the default optional regional and select configure in the drop-down menu. Click continue. In the allocate compute capacity, select processing units.
Yes, this is another interesting concept. So we're creating a VM This can be running our spanner instance, and we can choose the size of the compute instance. And one node, I think you can divide it by, I've only heard hundreds, but it seems like you can divide it into thousandths as well.
Yeah, okay. So it says it supports low-cost instances under one node, 1,000 PSUs. Oh, PUs, processing units. Okay. Fascinating. Okay. So we can, so if you're like, I noticed there is a free trial option for Spanner, but maybe if you want something that's going to run a little bit longer, maybe like a dev instance or something like that, something maybe you're not going to run a load test on, but you want to just run it, you can
have it available maybe as a dev region or something.
Yeah. Okay. So let's follow the guide. All right. 1,000. Beautiful.
So yeah, you can do at least 100, but then you can go in increments of 1,000. Fantastic.
That's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool. All right. Preview. Okay. No. We're not going to do that. It's okay. One problem at a time. But the idea of that sounds very cool.
That does sound cool. One less thing to manage.
Exactly. All right. So let's hit create. I have no idea how long that's going to take. That seemed
not very long. Yeah.
Okay, so we don't.
3 to 5 minutes. Statistics are updated every 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, that's fair.
See, update 3 to 5 minutes. Custom delay actual data. Okay, well, we're not doing anything yet, so that's okay. Cool. Can you hear my dog chewing in the background?
A little bit.
A little bit. She's fine. Very happy girl. Since we are doing a dog themed episode, I think it's only reasonable that she's doing stuff in the background.
Yeah, this is our first guest on this season. As far as the theme here, do we want to go with like this is we're making a dog park named Dog Run? Do we want to have a database of toys?
I was thinking I think it's a database of dogs.
A database of dogs, fantastic.
And it's good. Just good dogs.
Good dogs.
Good dog. There's like you know what? Actually, the best dogs. I think that's because it's yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, interesting. So we have a few interesting things here. So we got Google Standard SQL and we have PostgreSQL. I'm going to stick with Google Standard SQL. Though it's neat that you have both dialects available to you.
You can select the dialect there, yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely heard stuff where people are like, I want to make sure I have like at least compatibility with a different type of SQL dialect, like particularly Postgres. You know, if to avoid potential lock-in or things like that. So that's pretty neat.
That's fair.
We do need to define a schema. Ooh.
We do.
Does this make you do it? All right. No, we're not doing anything that
does. Yeah, create a schema for your database.
All right, so we're gonna create a schema later. Okay, let's in the Spanner Studio. Ooh, okay, so we're not gonna do that afterwards. Ooh, this is fancy. Okay, so we're gonna create a thing called the best dogs. I just want to be also super clear here that all the dogs are the best dogs, and that's entirely the point.
This database does not imply another database of not the best dogs.
Yeah, all the dogs are the best dogs. All right, let's hit create. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Database created. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Oh, introducing Spanner Vertex AI integration. That sounds cool. Also, not doing that.
Yeah. May come up later, but yeah.
We may get some guests on who actually know more stuff.
Yeah, could be.
But yes, if you're tuning in and you're like, oh, this seems very beginnery and you want some more advanced stuff, definitely hang out for later episodes and check on all our socials and stuff. We're going to alternate between doing some beginner content and some expert content where we pull in some experts as well.
Yes. All levels of expertise.
Okay, so this had something interesting in the navigation menu. Okay. In the navigation menu, click Spanner Studio. What navigation? Oh, here we go. Navigation menu.
Yeah, that was previously labeled as query. So I think Spanner Studio is a clearer title for it. Nice little playground to try out your database.
Let's have a look. Use Spanners to use your modified database objects in one place, run queries, create views. I could do a quick tour, but that seems boring. Let's just
why don't we just we can dig through the docs.
Click a new tab to.
Do you want to zoom in on this tab?
This one here, of course. Is that better?
Yeah, that's great.
That's better. Thank you very much for that call. Okay, so it has a DDL, but I think we can do something a bit more interesting than that.
And I think it assists you if you try to just type it out yourself too in the editor. It's pretty helpful.
Ooh. So where are we? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what I want to do?
There we go.
Generate me a spanner DDL for to store all the best dogs.
A Spaniel DDL. Let's see if we can look at that as a breed.
Yeah, or a cocker
no.
spaniel, a cocker spaniel.
Pretty good, actually. Breed, age description, photo URL. Oh, it's daring us to add photos.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool.
That's a really good start, actually.
With some indexes.
Wisdom.
Oh. All right. So what I want to do is add in a boolean for is best dog, but default it to true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me do that. No, that's not what I wanted.
A bunch of code for it.
That's not what I wanted.
Not quite.
Not quite. All right. Give me a spanner DDL for all the best to store all the best dogs.
Spanner, yeah.
Including a field called is best dog boolean default it to true. Let's see if we get that. If not, I think we can find a way to do it ourselves.
Yeah, it is doing a good. I'm impressed at interpreting this request.
Is best dog.
Is best dog. Default true, not null. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's.
It's creating 3 indices, which may not be strictly necessary, but
it's true. Name, breed. You know what? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Is best dogs. Oh.
Long names. 1,000 characters for names.
Nope. Expect expression in parentheses. Maybe true.
Yeah.
Valid.
Looks good.
What are we complaining? Are we complaining? No.
Nope. I think it's just highlighting. Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's run it. All right. Did not like it.
Expecting colon, but expecting close parentheses we found not on line 8.
Oh. Line syntax error on line 8. Let's have a look. Okay. All right. Let's. Of course, I'm trying to do something. Spanner DDL.
Yeah.
Create a database. All right. Now, table statements.
Looking specifically for default value.
Possibly also booleans. Is it is a boolean like? Can you do booleans in Spanner? Is that a thing
it
you
might
can do?
Just
or
be
just
interpreted to 1 or 0.
Which can be a scalar or an array. Let's have a look. Oh, we have bool. All right. Breed description. That's default true, not null.
It seems
yes.
Default expression.
Default expression.
It may have one in parentheses over, well, more of the expression, but let's see.
I don't want to alter the table. Spanner DO. Let's see what Stack Overflow says.
Mm-hmm.
Choo-choo-choo-choo.
Default current timestamp.
I wonder if it's the not null.
It could be the not null. We could need the not null to be after the value. No, it is already.
Or should it be that? Because if it's defaulted
To
is
true,
it not
could be
is it not null by default? Like or
yeah. No, I think remove the not null because it couldn't be null if its default is true.
Okay, let's give that a shot. That seems pretty happy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We have a table. Let's have a look. Best dogs.
The naming convention is a little bit different than we started with, but
it is called Best Dogs. Oh, that's true. That's okay. I wonder what sort of actually let's have a look at the quick start. What are they? Wrong quick start. Okay, so it looks like camel case for tables is a thing that it does.
mm-hmm. Interesting.
All right, so here are columns. I don't want to add a column. Is best dog. Ooh, can I alter the column? No, I don't want to do any of that. Okay.
Fair enough. Why don't we?
All right, this seems pretty good.
Yeah. Do we want to try creating a record in the studio, or do we want to just jump straight into doing the app?
I'm gonna add one row.
Cool.
My theory is on the Cloud Run side, maybe we just do like a query.
Fair.
Just to get some data.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what does it do in here? So we did that. So inserting data. Click insert. Yeah, this is what we're doing. Okay, cool. So let's
And I'm guessing that there it is actually. Yeah, the whole created for us.
We shouldn't need an ID. We don't need to set his best dog.
You say we shouldn't need an ID. Do we create it? Do we make it auto-generated?
Assume ID is auto-generated.
It says not null, but I don't think we have any logic in there to auto-generate.
Did they do something special? Is it primary key? I don't know. Actually,
maybe the primary key does do auto-generation.
What is it? Okay, so what does it do when we do insert?
It might be an auto increment thing, but not auto generate by default.
So look, spanner, primary key, auto increment. What does it say? Count by one is actually hard. Yeah, it is. Oh, UUIDs. That's also fair.
I guess you'd have to like resolve transactions globally, possibly, and still auto increment accurate. So you'd need like consensus.
Oh, you can do like a sequence object. This sounds like remarkably. This feels like okay. This is taking me back to the days I used to do stuff in Oracle. I feel like this is something I used to do in Oracle.
I've been fighting the urge to bring up Oracle stored procedure.
It's been so long. Oh my god, it's probably been like over 10 years since I've touched any of that stuff. Oh wow. Okay, then you default it. Okay, you know what? That's maybe we do that eventually.
Yeah.
Let's just throw some data in it. And all right, so we don't need to do his best dog because that is defaulted.
It is.
One name is I'll put my dog in there.
Oh, the guest of honor.
She is young, 10 months. That says 10 minutes. We'll say 10 months.
That is very young.
Description. Silly.
Mm-hmm.
Photo URL. I'm just gonna leave that blank for now, and she may have got like a now. Is that defaulted? I can't remember actually. It just says timestamp not null. All right.
No, yeah.
That's also annoying. We should have defaulted that to now.
Probably.
But
we can always alter the table to do that.
It's true. That is a comma. Then return all the things.
Yes.
comma. I have not done this in so long. Does that look good? No, I messed something
Won't
up.
need that last comma at the end.
Oh, thank you.
Expected 8 has 8 expected 7. Is it because we took the ID off of the first?
Thank
instance?
you.
Yeah. String. Okay, so age is a number.
Oh, okay. So we'll make that.
So I think the logical thing to do is put it in milliseconds since the epoch time.
Value is type for 64, which age was just type N64. Oh, man. All right, so we're just gonna do one. She's less than a year, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Now, function not found. There's got to be like a. All right.
Current
now. Date.
Ooh, yeah. Current
timestamp.
Time now. It's always a fun guessing game. Current time.
Is timestamp a function?
Time functions.
Oh, that seems pretty happy.
That seems like a type, though.
Nope, hates me. All right. Oh boy. I'm looking over at the chat to see if anyone's coming along with the ride first. All right, so spanner get current timestamp.
Current underscore timestamp. That's what I'm seeing.
There we go.
As a timestamp object. So we might have to change the field or the type of age as well.
I think no, age is 1.
It'll cast down to a
current timestamp. This is a timestamp.
Oh, we did make a timestamp? Fantastic.
I'm pretty sure. They really need like a. I feel like there was a view of the table that was like this is. Oh, here we go. You actually look at there. There we go. Timestamp, not null. Timestamp, not null.
So it isn't like created at. Oh, no, valid.
No,
all right.
No, it seems valid. Okay, I'm just complaining. All right, let's run it. Ta-da!
And did it return the result at the bottom?
Oh, you asked a good question. It did.
It did. Amazing. Confirmed his best dog.
Confirmed his best dog. Of course, his best dog. All right. Another dog.
Fantastic. So we've created our Cloud Run service. We have inserted a row. Why don't we show it on the front end?
Okay. All right. So now we're going to work out how to connect to this thing. And that is where I get terrified. All right. So let's have a look. I'm going to show you an overview.
I'm sure it'll be fun and exciting.
Okay. So this is the view I was thinking of. Okay. So this is the view I was actually thinking of where we can actually see what's nullable. It is nullable. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. That's all right. One problem at a time. Maybe we'll come back and we'll start doing some primary keys or something like that.
Yeah, interesting.
Get that fixed up and stuff.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's all right. Let's all right. So that's and you can actually show the equivalent DDL. Ah, that's nice.
Allow commit timestamp true. Interesting. Wonder what other options there are. Like force commit timestamp.
I wonder if we hadn't put it in there, it would accept it.
Maybe.
You know what? Now I want to know. Now I want to know. Spanner. Come back to Spanner.
Yeah, same exact insert, but just without the timestamp being supplied.
Yeah, exactly. So if I go back to, how do I get back to it?
You go import, export, and then Query Studio.
Oh, I need to get into the
Studio. Oh, you need to select the instance.
Oh, and it kept it for us. Look at that. Okay, so let's remove these two.
And 19 and 20 as well.
Okay, and then we get rid of those. Oh, thank you.
Yep. And then you'll probably need to remove 19 and 20 as well.
Well, that's the yes, you're right. You're right.
We actually, good point. We did have the and then return.
Oh, it says and then return, so we can see what's coming out. So we'll put in a different dog. You know what? Did you have a dog in mind, Aaron? Did you want to add a dog?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I have a dog named George.
George.
And he is a toy poodle with 3 legs.
Aww. How old is he?
Oh, good question. Less than a year, too. So I'm going to say 1.
We'll say 1. Do you want to just write tripod?
Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna
Perfect.
dress him up as a pirate. It'll be fantastic.
There we go. All right, so that's valid. Let's have a look. A new row, it does not specify non-null values, do not know comment created at.
So it does need created at.
What does that mean?
Well, let's look it up. Allow timestamp. Allow commit timestamp.
Yeah. Yeah, what does that
Actually,
mean?
I wonder what Gemini would say about it as well. But
It is also true. So yeah, it says allow if performing insertion use the pending commit timestamp function to write the commit timestamp. So you update it and you write pending commit timestamp. Huh. Interesting.
So it's like a more accurate, like the
Use to
exact
write the
time
commit
that
time.
transition
Yeah.
that's good to know for like writing transaction focused apps on Spanner.
Created at, updated at. Technically, updated at should probably be null for.
Because yeah, never been updated yet.
I always do that. And yes, oh my god, getting commas in the right places in SQL statements. Pending commit timestamp may only be used as a value for insert or update of an appropriately typed column.
Interesting.
But
what's the appropriate type? Let's see.
That's for the URL.
It has to be of type timestamp not null, which it is, I believe.
Oh, you ask a good question. So that can't be null. All right. So we do have to have both. Does not specify. There's no null that's created at. What?
That's strange.
A new row in table best dogs does not specify a non-null value. Pending commit timestamp. So.
And we are using the Google SQL dialect, which is where I'm seeing this as a function.
Yeah. To columns allow comment on share. If you have mutations on rows multiple tables. I believe the timestamp instead of passing spanner.commit timestamp. But this is yeah. So we did that. I'm pretty sure. Timestamp not null. I'm gonna open this in a new tab because that's where we saw that nice table layout.
Yeah, allow commit timestamp is true.
Allow commit timestamp is true. If we show the DDL, we can see that. Okay. But it is not null. So we do actually need to set both of them. That's important.
Yep. Okay, if you are performing inserts with updates or mutations, use the placeholder string spanner.commit timestamp.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like an actual function.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
No, it does seem like it's a function. But it doesn't like me. See, like there's an update statement where it says pending commit timestamp. Update, where pending commit timestamp. Give me a language that I can actually like look at. Oh, that'll actually be useful in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone in chat now? Timestamp, not no. Huh.
No, that looks valid to me. What if we just try running it? Does it just disagree in the studio, but it's actually valid according to the docs?
Let's find out. No, it hates me. Or is there just something bad with my formatting? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If I make these timestamp, was it current timestamp?
Current timestamp.
Which is what we used before.
You know, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the pending commit timestamp being used inside of the values function, but
okay, so that. Oops, I keep hitting save out of habit. That works. The current timestamp, but
Yeah.
There's a pending commit timestamp.
It's interesting. I'm looking at them both in the reference, and they're both being listed as returning timestamp objects.
I have genuinely no idea.
This is interesting.
Okay, so that. I'm just going to minimize you. That's fine. But if we switch that out to pending commit timestamp, it says no.
Huh. And it's not a spelling thing. Like there's just no stored function named pending commit timestamp.
We are going to search for that. So update appropriate time column. Oh, you know what it might be? Do this. It's the select that comes afterwards. So commit timestamps. It said, what did it say? It said something, and I was like, no, that's really specific. That I saw using particular timestamp spanners. Yes.
It cannot be used in a select or as the input to any other scalar expression.
Function. Yeah. So if you're like trying to push it out after the fact, I think you're like, oh no, you don't get that data.
Interesting.
For reasons. All right. So let's run that now. All right. Beautiful. So now if we preview data, cool. We have that data. We have.
Okay. Well, learn two new things.
Cool. All right. We're spannering.
Mm-hmm.
We're spannering. Let's go. All right. Cool.
Excellent. So
I'm still trying to work out a spanner dog pun, but I'm workshopping it.
Yep, fair. We'll get there. Plenty of time left in the stream.
Something wrenches. Something. No. The dog trying to catch a wrench. I haven't quite worked that out.
Yeah. Back to the drawing board. We'll get there.
Yeah. If you have dog puns and you want to drop them in chat, please also feel free.
Very well.
Totally down for that. You may actually get them put on stage. Okay. All right. So we have some data. Now we want to query said data.
Yes. Ideally from our Cloud Run instance.
Yes.
So
does it give us anything like that? Okay. So I was looking to see if there's anything there. No.
I'm guessing if you hit learn, it would show you. It would say,
ooh.
Query a sample SQL database. Yeah.
Hold on one sec. That's better. See to cough. Yeah. All right. That doesn't look about right. So yeah, leave that tutorial. Well, let's go ask Gemini because it's fun.
Let's see.
All right. How to connect a Go Cloud Run application to Google Cloud Spanner. You know, I'm just going to do like horrible text output where I'm just listing each dog on a different line.
Of course. Yeah. When we have the dog picks coming through, then that's when we actually need the visual upgrade.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So we created a session. We can execute a query. All right, this doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, I think the session might be a little bit more than we need to just pull, whatever's in there right now. But
all right, now that works. All right, so we can hard code some of this stuff. I'm gonna be super lazy about it, but
did I see a single query option at the bottom? Oh, we have a submission in the chat.
Let's have a look. Here's the best I've got. C.
Run.
Okay, I'm throwing that on screen. C cloud run cloud run. Yep.
We'll see if anybody can unseat that, but we might have our dog pun of the stream.
Yeah, that's a good one. We like that. Okay, so interesting. All right, so I want a client. I feel like I actually am going to need some kind of struct to store some stuff in. So, God, oh my gosh, I haven't written anything from scratch in so long.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look. So we have.
I mean, couldn't we drop the schema into Gemini and be like, write me a class to contain this?
Yeah, the only other thing, go mod init. What are we calling it? Dublin. Sweet. We now have a go mod. Good. So we can store some dependencies. All right. So now we can get us some spanner. That seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do.
Good first step, I think.
Good first step. Okay, while that's going on, did I actually edit macro mode? Not yet. Oh, that's right.
And while that's going, actually, can we ask Gemini a follow-up question? If we scroll down a little bit, we're creating a Spanner client, and then we're doing a database session as well. And I'm not super familiar with Spanner, but like from my Firestore days, it was like you could do that if you wanted to do like several queries, like a batch context, something like that. But you didn't need to if it was just a single query you wanted to execute. So maybe we could ask, like, do we need a session, or what is a session, and do we need it for a single query?
Okay, sounds good. Do we need? Oh, what just happened to my screen? Nope, wrong one. Do we need a Spanner session for a single query? Okay, so what is a Spanner session? Go, and do we need it? Whoops, and my headphones just fell off. That's better. Spanner session is a lightweight object that represents a connection to Cloud Spanner database. Sweet. Okay. Yes, you need a Spanner session to execute a single query. All right.
Okay, good to know.
We can need a context. That's fine too. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so late. I'm gonna be so lazy with my Go. I can see it already.
Perfect.
All right. Point to close the session after you're finished using it. Okay. So cool. I might just be really lazy with this. Yeah, I'm gonna be really lazy with this. I'm gonna do bad things. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do really bad things. All right, so that finished. Awesome. We probably don't have that. Oh no, yep, we do. We do have that macro mod. Beautiful. All right, so let's.
Being lazy sounds like we're gonna save some time and effort.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Where's our client? There we go.
Am I seeing multi-cursor here in the different editors in the Gemini chat? Like it's remembering what you have selected in every code block.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. So maybe those are all billed as separate buffers?
Maybe. Context, we'll just call this, yes, context.background. I will absolutely steal that. Oh no, starting server, handle, oh no, I don't want the, yeah, the handle func's fine because the port, and we don't want to start it yet because we just want to have, create the Spanner client. Beautiful. Yes, just want import package, yes. Yep, regular context, please. Spin a new client. And what I'm just going to do is really... You nailed it.
Just everything. There we go.
There you go. That's super lazy, but we'll do the job. I really should create a struct and make it like part of like the HTTP stuff, but you know what? For today, it's gonna be fine.
Having everything in one file is helpful in this context.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right. All right. Does the client close?
I don't see it. I don't see it closing here.
That seems like a thing I should probably do. So like close the client before we leave. Although everything's going to shut down anyway. But I don't know. It feels nice.
Yeah.
Or actually, what I really should do is we end up here. Defer. Close. That makes me happy.
It'll be on the list of things to do by the end. Are we? What do the results come back as?
Oh, you ask good questions. All right, so
We may also close the iterator or something like that.
So that's all right. So okay, so we have a client. Oh, sorry, we need to fill in these details.
Yes. Our instance ID was kennel.
Oh, this also looks wrong. I think it gave us some wrong stuff.
I'm a little bit suspicious of I'm suspicious of the session thing still.
Yep. I think
And
it's
I'm
client
suspicious of
options.
the-
Yes. But the opts
Session close.
your instance ID and okay, so let's have a look at creates a client database. Valid database name has the name.
So database string. I'm guessing that's like the long URL
projects instance ID database ID. It uses a default configuration. The client options are things like token source and with credentials file and stuff I don't think we need. Okay. This is just me using code as documentation. Probably not the best. But you know what? We're going to be fine. So what I'm hearing then is this should be something that looks like that. And
we have those values.
We have those values. So let's grab that.
And nice to meet you as well in the chat. Sorry, Duna.
Nice. All right. So this is running spanner is the name of the project. Instance ID. Instance is kennel. Okay.
Yes.
We're putting our dogs in. Oops, can't spell. And the database ID is the best dogs. So you know what? I'm gonna deploy this just as is.
And see how it
works.
goes. Yeah.
See how it goes. If we're still get a hello world.
So there was something it said about I talked about like starting and ending a session in here. I don't know if that made it in.
So I haven't done that because that's part of
Executing the query. You're just trying to see if the import worked and if we can start the client.
Yes. We can actually drop this in here if we want, because it would be in here. So I also don't have a that doesn't look like a thing. All right, let's when in doubt, let's go spanner go adding client.
And yeah, Sardana in the chat, if you have a database, especially spanner related question, I think this is a great place to ask.
Great database SQL. Using the client library for Go. Here we go. Nice. All right, spanner, new client, DB, whatever DB string is. Beautiful. We did that. Awesome. There's a statement. Oh, interesting. Oh, that looks cleaner.
Looks very straightforward.
All right, so you know what? Let's just
you know what?
Wait, let's just do it. Let's just do it. No, come here. I just want to say all the best dogs. Session. If I come back to here, oh, here we go. Oh, this is pretty neat. I'm just gonna steal this.
Yeah. And that iterator code will be helpful too.
We're gonna need some context. All right, I'm gonna be super lazy.
They actually had a good suggestion there.
Wasn't terrible. Or does it not like that? Does it not like that? I thought I could do multiple variables, but now I've forgotten. All right, so put it back. bar, context background. Thank you. Yes, import package. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong button.
Good.
Add parents declaration. There we go. I knew there was a way of doing it. Okay. This statement is wrong. So can we write a DDL? There was something in the Spanner Studio. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we could just
Here we go.
Yeah, from.
It's not limited. We want all the best dogs.
As many as we said, all we can't. That'd be false advertising.
Exactly. I think we just need name, breed, age, description.
Okay, fair. You don't need to know the exact commit timestamps of each best dog.
No, I think that seems really reasonable. All right. So if we run that, for example, you can see that works.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's copy that and oh.
Yeah, what does that offer?
Let's kick that off in the background. I haven't turned that on in this project. All right, explain that now. May not have been fully turned on yet.
Yeah.
The name of the dog, the breed of the dog, a description of the dog.
Yes, that is correct, actually.
That is correct.
It did infer the intent of that Boolean.
The best dog. All right, wonderful. All right. Yeah, you can reset chat. That's fine. All right, so oh, that's actually really nice. It's already done it as a multi-line.
That is nice.
Just tap that. And all right, so yeah, how did they had the looping on that.
They had the iterator there, and you have to open and close it. And I never remember the syntax for that in Go. So the deferment of the stopping of the iterator is important.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, so we're just going to do it the way they did it. Yes, do that. Give me that again.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
That looks really good. It's like a lot of variable declaration. But other than that,
or it is an query failed. Yeah, we're just killing everything.
Assuming
there was one thing.
There were no more rows.
Iterator is done is what that should actually be.
Well, let's see. Is that a real thing?
Oh, that's an interesting change that it offered.
Yeah.
That's just a cool so there are new things in Go where you can wrap errors. So you can put an error inside an error. And so this is rather than being like, is this the same? You could be like, hey, is it this error, even if it's been wrapped a couple of times?
That is cool. I did not know about that.
Stick that in there. Okay, so there's.
And I did just confirm that spanner dot no more errors is not a real error. So yeah, we'll just stick with the iterators as done.
So actually, I'm gonna
stop.
Oops. Oh no, sorry. I also just realized that's really good.
Yeah.
I didn't actually realize that even just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna punch that out.
We know you're making a list here. We'll have the new lines in there for you.
That's annoyingly good.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to highlight the fact that it did this as well. So it said, okay, so when you're doing declarations of a variable and they're all the same type, you can do like a little shorthand like this rather than doing it individually. And it was like, oh, these are all the same type. I'll put them in the same thing.
And where did it get those? I guess it's just grabbing it from 46 to 55.
Where is it getting that from?
It must be from the fields. It must be from like 46 to 55. Because we haven't mentioned the schema. in this file.
But that doesn't have the schema in it either.
No, it just has the variable names, the column names.
Oh, do you think it's sort of inferring it from the
types, yeah.
the
from
types and the names of the thing, like is starting with is? Okay, that's probably a Boolean.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we'd said best dog index, it'd probably also be an int.
That's still kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I'm a little mad at how ridiculous that is. Use parameter R. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we haven't done anything. Yeah, we don't. There's nothing coming in on the request. So,
do I get to? Ooh, what do I get? Do they have Google SQL as a thing? They do not. Okay, let's not worry about that then. Unhandled error, unacceptable. Ooh. We're just gonna crash this thing all over the place. It's fine. It's fine. Handle error. I don't care about that. You know what to do. Go on. You know what to do.
go.
Really? You've been doing so well.
Huh. If you press Control Enter, doesn't have anything suggested.
No.
No, nothing.
It also
Wow.
depends on what my shortcuts are. Oh, there we go. Hold on, wait. It gave me something. Go on. You can do it, Gemini.
Huh.
Really? Nothing. Nothing. There you go.
All right. Yeah. Reasonable.
If this just works, that's going to be annoying. I mean, it's great, but it's also just annoying.
Yeah. And I don't think the deploy will take long to see.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm also curious to see what cloud code will show us in the IDE afterwards.
So do a little go mod tidy, see if there's anything else that. There we go. That's all looking pretty good. Managing my little dependencies. All right. Let's do it.
Yeah, fantastic. Source code location. I think, yeah, the
Cool.
current directory is good.
Yes. Service name still Doggerun.
And 40.
I did 38.
It was 38. Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Alrighty, away we go.
And as far as listing them on the front end, like that would be pretty much mission accomplished.
Oh, you know
Oh,
what?
awesome.
I think I did something bad. Hold on. Oh no. We have a /n at the end. Okay. Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
we were surprised by that. And that's in the iterator.
Oh, I see. It's doing that.
We could check out the logs link and see how close we are.
Any additional access?
It seems like you don't have your project selected here somehow.
That seems silly. Running spanner. There it goes. Huh. Really?
That's
that wasn't in the URL?
Yeah.
It has the
No,
project ID in
project
it.
is there.
Oh,
Just
you know
take it
what?
off.
It may just be. Yeah, it's just my URL grabber. It doesn't have the right project in it. It didn't grab the whole line.
Project equals 7. Yeah.
7 rather than the whole line. Okay. Whee! Okay. Oh, interesting. It's interesting
Well,
to
then-
see what happens.
I agree with the Google Cloud Console. You don't have access to the Project 7.
Which project is Project 7? That's what I want to know.
We'll find out next time.
Exactly.
It's a lot of creation and verification of checksums.
I was actually trying to see if we could find the answer to that question from before, which is what base image are they using?
It's a build pack. Okay.
Preparing push. Yeah, okay, that'll finish, but it doesn't say. I don't know enough about build packs to know.
I think that's the answer right there. Google Go build 0.90. Possibly. Google Go build packs.
Yeah. All right, so that should be updated now. Source details. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Just now. Alrighty. Let's pop it open and see what happens. All the best dogs.
Amazing.
Okay, that was remarkably easy. I mean, that's
Yeah.
cool. I know what I'd like to do with like the Go code to probably make that a little bit nicer, but
For getting a line threaded through, brand new app connected to a new database, returning results on the front end, pretty good.
that is pretty good. That's an interesting question. Where would you? So we have right now. I just hard coded stuff, right?
Mhm.
So I've got this here. I've got this the thing. Where would you store that information? Would you stick it in like Secret Manager or something?
I would
That's not a bad
say
idea.
I would just even the instance name, it feels more like config information to me. So it could be Secrets Manager. It could just be like in your cloud build script.
Yeah, I was wondering, like cloud build, you like set environment variables.
Yeah,
Cloud
it seems,
run.
it seems like it's more.
Is that a thing? Can fire.
It's like a deploy parameter, not strictly a secret.
But is that something you have to do each time, or how do we do that? So the command line. So when you deploy the service, you have to, or you can update envars on the service.
Interesting.
So
So that would also allow you to, that would allow you to change the target database without redeploying. I guess you just have to wait for that instance to spin down or kill it yourself.
Set many. Okay, so I think this seems like a reasonable thing to try since we're doing databasey kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We can do this as well on the console. Can we do it on the service? Let's have a look because I'm being lazy. So let's go back to the no.
I'm sure we can set environment variables on the service, but can we configure our app to pick them up? That's another question. I'm not sure how we would do that in Go.
So we actually already do that now. We have a port like OS-get-env.
There we go.
It's pretty much that. So what I would probably do is something like I might actually just extract that from there as get port. Make life easy. I'm gonna check that on the bottom because I want the handler to be a bit more prominent.
Fair.
So we can do very similar things. Okay, so there's there is, I want to say in Golang get the name of the hosting Google Cloud project. I feel like I've done this before. Because you should be able to self-referentially look up, probably through metadata.
Google
is there
_cloud _project? That may be one of the default environment variables.
Let's have a look.
I thought that depended on the deploy platform you're using, though.
Yeah.
So like Cloud Run will have its own environment variables.
Go. Set many. Default, no. Are there any default ones?
I believe there are.
I would have thought so.
No.
Ah,
I see a few environment variables for services, but they don't include the project. I think in Cloud Build, it's a default environment variable. But yeah, looking at the container runtime contract, I see a few, but not.
I know I've done this. I've done this before. That looks pretty reasonable.
Cloud Run instances expose a metadata server that you can use to retrieve details about your container, such as the project ID, region, instance, and service accounts.
Yeah, I feel like I've done this. What do you? Oh, no, that's not what I want.
Oh, yeah. Getting metadata. So there is a way to do it.
So let's see. I thought my context was global. I have a global context. You should be fine. Project string error. What's the string? Oh, there's no context. Doesn't even need it. We'll use the same. Gonna be super lazy and do the same thing we've been doing here. Gosh, I feel bad.
Mhm.
Failed to get project ID. Error. Okay. That's still annoyingly good.
Yeah, that does look pretty reliable.
Sprintf. Yeah, I'll keep the log.
For Sprintfs, don't you usually list the variables first?
No, you have format first for Go.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just make sure we have everything we need. Okay. All right, let's start with that. Make sure that works. Okay, that's fine. That looks pretty good. Oh, should really work out the defaults that I want for this.
Yeah, we could have them as flags into the function.
I'm guessing there's a flag thing
It
that
actually-
you can flag.
Yeah, I think it does give you the command after you run it. To make this default region run, you cloud config set region. There you go. A couple lines above. There you are, right under 38.
Oh, you're saying I should run that. That seems pretty reasonable. Gflow. What did you just do? Oh my gosh. Oh, you are not a happy camper. Oh, it's because I've got the spinny thing down the bottom.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's do that. And then we can do that. And we can do that. We'll just chuck that in there. How are we doing for time? All right, we're doing well.
Doing pretty good. And if we have any questions about what we built so far, Spanner in general,
Yep.
database offerings in general, happy to take those.
Give it a shot. Or potentially just look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so while that's going on, I'm going to set some environment variables.
Directly on the service in the console.
Yeah, I don't think there was. So I don't think you can set it on the console. Here we go. Set environment variables. Click create a service. If you're continuing your service, for the initial service settings is desired, then containers. Oh, interesting. Maybe I'm wrong. All right,
It
let's
seems
have a
like
look.
it seems like you can do that when you're creating a new service. I wonder if you can do it with an existing one.
That's scaling settings. You can see some logs. I don't think it's actually logging very much at all.
No.
I don't.
Oh yeah, edit and deploy new version. That's the one. Revision.
Actually, this seems like the sort of thing.
Variables and secrets.
Express secrets. A secret. Okay, you can actually do secrets. Like if you want like passwords and stuff.
Interesting.
Okay.
Add variable if we wanted to do it there. Right?
Sorry, say it again.
I think we missed the add variable button there. Variables and secrets, add variable. If you want to do it there. Or we could do it in the code.
So this confuses me, but you know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. So we've got, what do we need? We need instance is kennel. So we're going to call it spanner instance. We'll call it kennel. And then we'll call it spanner database.
DB, yeah.
DB. And we call that the best dogs. Oops.
Now, best
That is
dogs, right?
The best dogs, plural.
Isn't it just best dogs?
So the
Oh, yes.
the
No.
database is the best dogs. All right. So if I deploy that, does it run it all over again?
I believe it'll use the same source code.
Oh, wait. No, I've
Go
got
back
done.
to-
I'm going to hit done.
Yeah. I don't think you can edit the running container. So
I see.
it'll have to, yeah, they're all immutable. So it'll use the same
just
source
run it again,
code, but
which
change
is fine.
the-
Oh, hello. That's a pretty page.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, and it just went boop, and then it's fine. All right. So the only weird thought that I have is that like I'm not entirely sure if the variables will persist across each deploy. So if we deploy again, those will still be there.
I think they will.
But you think they will? All right. That seems like an interesting point of view, but that's fine.
Because that config is saved to the service in my mind. And so if you deploy a new container to the same service or a new source code bundle to the same service.
Okay. And what I want to do, because I don't care about this. Yep. You go away. You go away. Just gonna pull this all in here.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. So what did we name those again?
We have spanner instance.
Oh, here we go.
Like Screaming Cat,
Perfect.
Screaming
Yeah,
Snake,
so-
I guess.
Oh, go away.
Wow. And has
Go
well.
away.
Huh. Defaulting this manner, and it'll let us know if it's defaulting. That's perfect.
Go away. Actually, you know what?
And what if
That's
you just-
wrong. It actually should be kennel.
Yeah, true.
But that's kind of ridiculous. Spanner DB equals OS get spanner DB.
Yeah.
What I'm like, okay, it's getting to the point where I'm like, is it inferring stuff from my project? Which I don't know if it is or it isn't. But at the moment, it's pointing at the wrong project.
I'm wondering if it's getting it from line 59. If
Oh, I
it's, like,
broke
picking
something.
that
What did I
apart.
just break? I broke something. What did I break?
W.
That's still ridiculous, though.
Is it not the instantiation on 45? No.
Why are you complaining? Oh, you are using that metadata. It's here.
Is it expecting us to handle an error on line 45?
Sorry, line 45. Line 45. Project ID is get. No, I lied. Also, get project ID doesn't take a context. I don't think. Oh no, it does take a context. Okay, not that it needs to. It's public, but sure. No, I think I did something weird in a format. Yeah, this looks. What did I do? Let's have a look.
Unused import, but it is used.
Ah, here we go. There you go.
Ah.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Everything's fine now. Okay, so let's get back here. So kennel should be spanner instance.
And databases will be spanner DB.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Let's push that up. Okay, that seems pretty reasonable. Yep. I should really at some point I will write -- source, but maybe not. Maybe I won't.
Actually, you can actually just go gcloud run deploy space dot. I think source is the default.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can actually see. Oh, we can see new revisions. Very exciting.
And I'm pretty confident that the environment variables will stick around, but we'll see.
All right, we'll see. We can actually see that here, which is nice.
I do enjoy this view. It feels almost like deploying a cloud function with this view.
Something else that I have not done in a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
What is this? What does integration do? Now I'm just poking around. Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
You have YAML? You have YAML in Cloud Run? What magic is this?
Why not? Translate to all the markup languages.
Service. Interesting. Okay. All right. So that's running. Okay. So we are at an hour.
We are.
Well, actually, what time did we start? 3:30.
We started at 4:30.
Okay.
3:30. So yeah, we
my
are
3:30. Yeah, not your 3:30.
Slightly over time, but we have time to wrap this up and see how the dogs run. See Cloud run.
See Cloud run. Yeah, let's. I want to see if this works. That was much easier than I expected.
Pretty straightforward.
I very much like the fact that it is that simple to connect to Cloud Spanner, where you just where is it going? Like, which project am I in? Which you can look up. What's its instance and what's its database, right?
Yes, it's URL identifiable, and then it assumes that the running service has a service account that gives it access, and in our case, it does with source deploy. So
there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, no, we didn't have to set up any service accounts.
No service accounts, no authentication. It was just, as long as you're running this in the right context, it works. And I believe that if we were to use the emulator, which is what Cloud Code is kind of geared towards, it would give us an instance that is essentially fully open, but only available to us. So it's still visible in the cloud console, but it's not publicly available.
Got it.
Maybe.
That's fair enough. And if anyone actually just for people who may or may not be aware, if you're not very familiar with using Google Cloud, this sort of format where it's project / project name / identifier value is super common. So I see this a bunch where if you're target me a specific GKE cluster or something, and it'll be this / clusters. Yeah, exactly. So it's super common. We'll see that a bunch. Also really happy with Gemini. Gemini Cloud Assist for what it was doing there too.
Yeah, saved you a lot of time on the little syntactical details with like the iterators and
Yeah,
unpacking the environment
it
variables.
got most things right too, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
If I was going to tweak this, I probably use some sort of Go framework for
The
doing
data transfer objects.
do
Yeah.
data transfer and like not having like the spanner client be a global, for example.
Couple
Probably
things
would be
there.
good. But you know, it
Yeah.
works. Create a spanner instance. Where's our handler? Okay, so the iter.stop is the thing that we did. Okay, cool. No, that all seems very reasonable.
Maybe I'd write some tests on here next, but really a lot of it's just very straightforward.
Yes, tests would be good. Tests are always good.
Yeah.
Okay, service is up. Let's have a look at our. There's our new revision. There's our environment variables. You called it. You were 100% right.
There we go.
So if I look at our project, ta-da!
It works the same.
It works the same.
That's the most exciting kind of change where it's different, but it looks the same. That is, and you know it's different.
You want it to be the same, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Shall we wrap things up here?
I think we should.
I think we should.
Thank you everyone for coming in. Stay tuned to this channel for more database topics. I believe the next session is a bit of a sneak preview. Will be AI related. It'll be about how to get Vertex running.
Yes.
So that's not obvious, but it is interesting. So we'll bring on a guest for that. And both Mark and I will be tweeting and posting a bit more closer to the date. Feel free to get to our sign-up page for more information.
That's what I was pulling up, which I was literally going through our Twitter pages to find. Yeah, if you want to register, like the stuff, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, you can catch it there. But you can also, if you want to see it live, you can register here and get like calendar notifications and all that kind of good stuff as well.
And of course, if you have requests or things to cover or just questions after the fact, after watching the stream, you can reach us on. I'm available on X at the handle here. Mark has his link tree.
Yes, and you can see that all here. And I'll turn it up on screen because it can. Yeah. What I was going to say is, Aaron, you're going to be hosting, or you're going to be running the next session. We're going to have Gleb on next, if I remember correctly.
Yes, we will.
What are we covering in that? I don't have those details at hand.
Yeah, I believe it is Vertex and how to get. I want to say PG Vector, but it may not be specifically PG Vector. But
okay.
Something about embedding, something about AI and databases.
Something about AI and databases. That's what that seems vague enough that we can tweak it if we need to before the session.
Exactly.
If that sounds particularly interesting, make sure to join us, like and subscribe. I don't know, stuff like that.
Yeah. Why not?
Fantastic. All right. Sorry. Anything else, Aaron, before we wrap up?
No. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for chiming into the chat. And yeah, we will see you next week.
Wonderful. Yeah. See you all next week. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.